Good morning, Staples High School. It is Thursday, December 22nd. I'm Brad Payne. We have a lot happening on the last show before vacation. Before we begin, Mr. Dodig would like to make a few remarks about the upcoming holidays.
Good morning, everyone. We're about to leave for a week, and if you're thinking or wondering what you might be able to do, an interesting thing that you've never done before, I suggest you try what's called a random act of kindness. I remember last year during the December break, I was at the dry cleaners, and I overheard a conversation as a young married woman delivered her articles to be dry cleaned, and it was obvious to me that she could ill afford that. When she left, I paid her bill, and when I went back to get my things a week or two later, the owner of the dry cleaning establishment said that she burst into tears, and of course she had no idea who had done it for her, and that made me feel good. So that's a suggestion. I want you all to enjoy the holidays between Kwanzaa and Hanukkah and Christmas. You'll be enjoying parties and meeting family. And when you come back, if you're looking for a really neat New Year's resolution, why not try being even kinder to each other than you already are? Have a great holiday.
Thank you, Mr. Dodig. And you too have a wonderful holiday. Up next on our show today is our report on our last but certainly not least new teacher. Here's Mike with his interview with the English teacher, Mr. Del Shortliffe.
Hi, I'm Mike McGahern, and here we are with our final new teacher interview. Mr. Shortliffe, the new English teacher at Staples. So, Mr. Shortliffe, tell us about yourself. Where are you from?
Well, where am I from? I grew up mostly in Connecticut. As a matter of fact, though, I was born in Western Canada, but I was only 3 years old when my parents moved to Hartford. So I grew up in the Hartford area and then lived a little bit in Pittsburgh, a little bit in Delaware, and now I'm back in Connecticut.
So before coming to Staples, where did you teach?
All in New York State. I just retired from New York State teaching after 38 years. And retired for any number of reasons, but didn't want to stop teaching altogether, and I consider myself really lucky to have landed a part-time job here at Staples, which I'm enjoying very much.
Well, we're in the second quarter of Staples now. What do you think of it so far?
It's easier for me to say what I think of my classes and the students that I have met. I don't think I know the institution as an overall place. I think it's a great building. I've heard an awful lot about what an improvement it is over the old building, and it is a really comfortable place. And the students, does anyone have discipline problems at Staples? Because the students are incredibly cooperative and nice to work with. So I'm very happy to be here.
So other than teaching, do you have any interests or hobbies?
For years, my main passion outside of teaching, well, besides the reading that every English teacher loves, was running. And so I was a cross-country coach for several years, and I never ran marathons nor had any interest in running marathons, but I was a regular runner, and now my knees are shot. So I really miss running, and don't feel I know a way to keep in shape the way I did when I did that. But now my new big thing is sea kayaking. I really like that. So for my 50th birthday, we had a big party, and people came to the house, and we said, no gifts, just throw some money in the kayak fund. And so when I was 50, and I'm now 60, I bought my own kayak. And so it's especially good when I go up to Maine, but the islands off Norwalk, Long Island Sound, it's really good kayaking around here. I'm not kayaking now. I'm not a winter kayaker.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Shortliffe. It was a great interview. We're going to throw it back to the host.
Up next is Charlie Greenwald with some holiday information for you, and then an update on what is happening this weekend on WWPT.
Yo, Vasily, what are you doing over break, man?
I don't really know, Charlie. I'm just looking for something to do.
I can help you out with that. If you go to the TV on Channel 78, there's going to be the Candlelight broadcast, and that's going to be showing the Candlelight concert every day, plus Candlelight concerts of the past. It's going to be streaming on Channel 78 every single day over break. Another thing you should do, I would do it if I were you, is get some record logo wear. That's going to be on shopasf.com if you click Staples Records. Isn't that right, Cole?
That's right, Charlie.
He has cool clothes, and he did look pretty great, didn't he?
Yeah, you look great, Charlie.
Yeah, man, and you can look as good as that kid. If you go to shopasf.com and click on record wear, you can get whatever you want. And you can get shirts, pants, underwear.
You serious?
No, you can't get underwear, but you can get all the other cool stuff. And remember to watch the candlelight broadcast. That'll be online. So those are two cool things that you can do when Christmas is over and you're upset and you're looking for things to do.
As vacation approaches, we want you all to have a great time and be healthy. Here's one of our nurses with some tips on how you can make sure you stay well.
Hi, I'm Ian Barsanti, and I was just wondering, with everyone getting sick this time of year, if we could get some tips on how to avoid illness.
Okay. Well, first of all, probably the most important thing to do is just to wash your hands throughout the day, 3-4 times. I would avoid touching your face, putting your fingers in your ears, eyes, and nose. And then also, when you're not feeling well, if you have a fever, you really should stay home and stay away from other people until you're fever-free for 24 hours. And then finally, if you're throwing up or have diarrhea, you should also stay home and not come and bring it to school. That's really about it.
All right, thank you.
Okay?
All right, and now back to the host.
Some of our students wondered about Mr. Dodig's recent speech on the PA to the student body and how some of the students might have reacted to it. So here's their report on Mr. Dodig's recent speech.
Hey guys, well last week, as you know, Dodig gave a speech about some pretty powerful words being used in the hall, and I thought it was a good idea to go out and record some people, their reactions to the speech, and hope you guys enjoyed this piece.
I thought it was a great speech. I think Staples is an awesome place with intelligent, insightful people who want to do the right thing, and by putting something like this out there, it gets people talking, it gets people thinking, and that's the real point of education, I think. So bravo to Mr. Dodig, and I hear there were a lot of great discussions in classrooms, and keep it going.
I connected back to the Columbine shootings that went off in my hometown in Colorado. Those were some pretty scary times, and that's what has led to all the change in the bullying being open in the world right now. So we've seen how bad it can get, so let's do something about it.
Well guys, that's my piece. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's throw it back to the host.
Thanks for that report. Well, it appears that Mr. Dodig's speech sparked some great discussions and hopefully greater awareness and sensitivity to these important issues. Well, tomorrow's the last day of school before vacation, and we thought we would reflect a little on the December holidays by asking students and staff about their holiday memories and a few of their favorite things.
Hi, I'm Jessica Koala, and in spirit of the holidays, I decided to go around Staples and see what people's favorite gift that they ever got for the holidays was.
I'd have to say that my favorite gift was when I was 6 years old. My parents got me a red RC car, which I used probably for 3 hours a day for a solid year until the engine exploded. But that was the greatest gift that I ever had.
Before PlayStation and before Xbox was a game called the Atari. In 1980, I finally got my first Atari. I was 11 years old. I remember walking downstairs and I saw the box. I asked Santa for it, I begged Santa for it, and I went downstairs and I opened up the box, which I thought it was Atari, and apparently Santa Claus had a big sense of humor because he put this old junky Coleco thing in there. And I remember almost coming to tears saying he brought me the wrong one. And then my father redirected me to another box, and I opened it up, and I had my Atari and played Space Invaders, and without question, my favorite gift of all time.
I got a green Game Boy with Pokemon Gold.
I woke up one Christmas morning and down the hallway I saw this big giant box. I went, oh my God, I hope that's Candy Fashion. So I ran down the hallway and I ripped it off all the wrapping paper, and it was Candy Fashion, my very favorite toy.
I just got a new puppy dog. Helena named him Bert, and he's a miniature poodle, and he's silver gray, and he's adorable, and I wish I could bring him to school, and it was the best gift I could ever get.
The best toy I ever received for Christmas were Micronauts. Micronauts were little space toys. They were figures, they were play sets, and all of the Micronauts were interchangeable. They had interchangeable parts. You could take pieces off of one, put it on another. You could fire things out of different parts of their body, like their hands, and their heads shot off, and they were awesome. Hands down the best toy I ever received for Christmas.
All right, hope you enjoyed that. Hope all of you get good gifts for the holidays, and now back to the host.
Well, it's time now for sports, and we will send you to Rob Giannoni with our sports report for today.
Hello, I'm Rob Giannotti. On Tuesday night, our girls basketball team played here and won an exciting game against a very competitive Trinity Catholic. First, let's check out the highlights.
Stein drives lane out to Coelho. Coelho drives in, hoists up a shot, and hits as she tumbles to the floor. Telesco, but Bukowski rips it away.
Good steal there by Nikki Bukowski, and Staples is on the fast break.
Coelho driving all the way, hoists up the layup, and in. Tapaki guarded by Nolan. Nolan knocks it away. Nolan taking it the other way, trying to direct traffic over back to Stein. Stein hoists up a shot and in. Drives right. Hits off the front. Griffin, her own rebound. Ball's on the floor, picked up by Stein. Stein, one-on-one with Hurd. Griffin's made her way back ahead to Coelho. Coelho tries and hits. At 30-27, Staples up to Bukowski. Bukowski loses her dribble. Kick out to Stein. Stein hoists up a shot. Hits. Hurd. Knocked away by Houseworth. Houseworth got no one in front of her. Layup and in. Stein hoists up a three. Got it! Erica Stein for Shamel. Shamel, no foul called. Houseworth the follow, got it. Kick out to Houseworth, mid-range jumper, up and good.
Sydney Houseworth and Allison Palma stepping up in this fourth quarter. We've seen a player like that step up in every quarter so far.
Looks over to Stein. Stein, long jumper, hits from the floor and hits. Three on the way from Hurd, hits. We got a tie ball game, but contains the loose ball. Stein shoots the three, got it!
Stein with a humongous three with 50 seconds left in this game.
Unbelievable! Foul will be given,
over.
but the game is called, and the Staples Wreckers escape with a three-point victory.
And look at the relief and enjoyment of Coach Heidi, Coach DeFelice, and the Staples Wreckers on the court, on their side of the court right now. They are so happy to win this game. Erica Stein came up big with a three at the end there, and just a great win for the Staples Wreckers.
All right, here we are with senior captain Jessica Coelho for our interview. Jess, thanks for coming out. So coming off the tough loss against Stanford, how do you feel the team did against Trinity?
The Stanford loss was really, it was really hard for us, and we had a hard time kind of getting over that. But the Trinity game definitely brought us back and kind of gave us the flow that we needed to go throughout the season, throughout the hard FCAC this year, and we're having, we're just really excited for the rest of this season and just how things are going, and it's just great. There's such an adrenaline rush with everything, and it's awesome.
So what was the result of the game, and how do you feel the team played?
We won. It was a very close game. Trinity came back. We went on a couple runs, and then Trinity came back in the fourth quarter. And I give them a lot of credit for it. They did a really nice job. But we held our own. And then with Erica's three at the end, that just really set everything off. And there were just so many key plays that we stepped up on, and we just did our best. And I'm just so proud of everyone. And it was just amazing to win, and we did a great job.
So after the game, we heard you in the locker room. You guys were excited. How does it feel going into the holiday tournament and all now?
The holiday tournament we're really excited for. There's some really strong teams in it, and we're just really excited to play them. And just after the game, just again, the adrenaline rush that we all got from it, we were all just screaming. Like, no one could say anything. It was just so much excitement and so much just happiness, and it was great. There's nothing like it. It's going to stick with me for the rest of my life.
Wow, congratulations, Jess, and thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks, Robbie. Well, Staples, that's our show for today. We will not be having any shows the week we get back, but each of the TV classes will be producing one final show the week of January 9th. Also, there are still Candlelight CDs for sale for $15, and we also have a few DVDs of Saturday night's broadcast of Candlelight on sale for $20. So stop down to the Media Lab, room 450, next to the Black Box Theater. Have a wonderful vacation and holiday, Staples. Thanks so much for your generous donations of many holiday drives we've sponsored. And we'll see you next year. Have a great holiday, Staples.